2 videos ago, I listed 5 exemptions in under a minute. That wasn't enough, and I knew it when I wrote it. Today, we're going through them one at a time. A real example for each, the exact document that proves it, and the exact sentence to say to your caseworker. If you watched those earlier videos and thought, I think I qualify, but I'm not sure, this is the video that answers that. Let's start with the one that confuses people most. The rule says you're exempt if a physical or mental health condition limits your ability to work. Here's where people get stuck. They hear medically frail and think it only applies to something severe and obvious. It doesn't. Say you have arthritis that makes standing for long periods painful. You're not disabled in the way most people picture that word, but for this requirement, you may already qualify. The document that proves it isn't just a diagnosis. A note that says, patient has osteoarthritis is weak on its own. What you need is a note that describes what you can't do. Patient cannot stand for more than 15 minutes at a time. That's the kind of sentence that actually protects you. When you talk to your caseworker, say this exactly. I have a medical condition that limits my ability to meet the work requirement. I have a note from my doctor describing this. Where do I submit it? You're exempt if you live with and care for a child under 14. A common situation is a grandparent raising a grandchild. This applies even if you're not the legal guardian on paper yet. What matters is that the child lives with you and you provide their care. The proof you need is something that shows the child lives at your address, school enrollment with your address on it, or a guardianship letter if you have one. Tell your caseworker, I'm the primary caregiver for a child under 14 living in my household. Here's proof of where they're enrolled in school. This one sounds simple, but there's a part people miss. It's not just while you're pregnant. The exemption extends through the postpartum period after the birth as well. What you need is a doctor's confirmation of the pregnancy and due date, or the baby's birth certificate if the birth has already happened. Say this, I'm currently pregnant, or I recently gave birth. Here's documentation from my doctor. If even one of these 3 matches your situation, you now know exactly what to bring and exactly what to say. That's the kind of detail I want to keep going deeper on. Every benefit, one piece at a time, properly explained instead of rushed. I post a new update every week. If that's useful, subscribe so you see it the moment it's up. 2 more exemptions to go. You're exempt if you're already enrolled in an approved employment or training program. The word that matters here is approved. Say you signed up for a state job training course last year and you're still attending. That likely counts, but not every program automatically qualifies, which is exactly why you confirm it rather than assume it. The document you need is an enrollment letter from the program, ideally one that states it's an approved SNAP employment and training program. Ask your caseworker directly. I'm enrolled in this training program. Can you confirm whether it counts as an approved SNAP E&T program? You're exempt if you're enrolled at least half-time in a qualifying educational program. A community college student taking 6 credit hours often meets half-time, depending on how that specific school defines it. That detail varies, which is why you ask the school directly rather than guess. What you need is enrollment verification showing your credit hours and term dates. Say this, I'm enrolled at least half-time at your school's name. Here's my enrollment verification. 5 exemptions, 5 real situations, 5 documents, 5 sentences. That's the difference between qualifying on paper and actually being protected. If you've watched our other videos and weren't sure which one applied to you, now you are. And if you know someone who's been carrying that uncertainty without an answer, send them this video.